Welcome to Economics 101. My name is Tom Nechiba, and I'll be teaching the course this semester. And before we get started, I'd like to say a few words about what this course is about and how it's going to work. So first, what's this course about? Well, it's really about developing the way that economists think about the world and helping you see how that way of thinking about the world can help you think about things that you care about, issues that you are passionate about. It turns out that economics is about so much more than what most people think. It's not primarily about stocks and bonds, or about money, or even about what we call the economy, something we'll develop in a video shortly. Instead, economics is really about how people make decisions, how they confront trade-offs between costs and benefits, and recognizing that every human decision involves costs and benefits, whether those are measured in terms of money or not. Every decision human beings make is ultimately an economic decision, and how we make those decisions shapes who we are, how we relate to one another, and ultimately what the world looks like. So economics is all about trying to understand why the world looks like it does based on the way that people make decisions. And it's also about how we might change the world, how we might improve the world by changing incentives that people face and changing the decisions that they make. So in the process, we're going to touch on all sorts of issues that people care about: healthcare, education, discrimination, family life, crime, social justice, environmental issues like climate change. All of those involve human beings making decisions, confronting trade-offs, and understanding how we do that will help us understand the issues that we care about as they relate to all of those spheres of life. Now, this is not to say that economics is the only lens through which we can understand those issues. We'll see that economics can help us understand a lot, but we'll also confront the limits of economics and recognize that other disciplines can also contribute to our understanding of most of those issues. We're going to develop this rich landscape that economics touches through the material we present in class, through the discussions that we're going to have, but also by bringing visitors into the class. Some of my faculty colleagues will talk about why they care about the research that they're doing and how you might get involved in that. And some of our external visitors, oftentimes Duke alums, will come in to give you some advice about what you might do at Duke, whether in economics or outside, given their experience in life. So that's what this course is about. Now, how is it going to work? Well, we're going to meet 3 times a week. And when we meet, we're going to have lots of discussions to try and paint the big themes and the big ideas that shape the landscape of the discipline. But I'm also going to ask you to do things in between class. So in between class, there'll be modules that go up on Canvas that I'll ask you to work through and ultimately to take a quiz. Those quizzes that I'm going to ask you to take between classes are not meant to be high-stakes quizzes. In fact, I'm going to let you take those quizzes as often as you'd like until you feel comfortable with the material and comfortable with your scores. The quiz questions are going to be somewhat different each time, but you'll be able to generate as many quizzes as you'd like to learn the material so that you're as prepared as possible for the next time that we meet. So each time we meet, we'll synthesize some of the material that you learned in those modules and talk about some bigger ideas, and then after the class ends, a new module will go up for you to work through before the next class meeting. You'll also meet in discussion sections once a week, and in those discussion sections, you'll be part of a group that works together on issues that I'll ask the TAs to introduce, and ultimately we'll end up producing a final group project at the end of the course. So those group interactions within your discussion sections will play another important role. So pretty soon into the course, you'll get into the flow of the course where we meet, a new module goes up, you'll work through that module, we'll meet again, and you'll meet in those discussion sections. How is all of that going to result in a grade for the course? Well, that's what the next video is about.